Hi there, I'm WTOL 11 Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers. It is great to have you along here on WTOL 11 Plus, and we'll keep you informed of the upcoming weather changes. Showers with chilly conditions, on and off wet weather. This could be a day or weekend for indoor spring cleaning with highs that aren't going to budge much out of the 50s, and wet weather on and off through the course of the weekend. Downtown Toledo, periodically through our Friday, we're going to have some occasional showers. Highs today going to be close to 70 degrees. Then we'll be turning cooler as we go through the next several hours and into the upcoming weekend. So there's the clouds we have across the area. Occasionally, we're going to see some spurts of some rain and storms, and that'll be isolated as we go through Friday afternoon and into the evening, and eventually clearing out as we go overnight tonight. Back into the 50s is where we're going to drop, and some rain chances will increase for a few areas tonight and into Saturday. So what we have on radar as we get ready to roll into our Friday afternoon, there are some scattered showers, a few rumbles of thunder, one little downpour that's been showing up in Hancock County. Much of this is going to be racing east of I-75 as we go through Friday afternoon and then clearing into the evening. Some scattered showers and a few claps of thunder here in the Toledo metro, so a little bit unsettled still for our Friday afternoon. Now, we are not expecting the risk of any widespread strong or severe storms. That risk is going to be greater across southern and central Ohio, as active storms will begin to develop through Friday afternoon. So where is that risk of severe weather today? We don't see that in northwest Ohio. It is generally going to be east of I-71 and more so Columbus into southern and eastern Ohio. They're going to have the higher chance and greater risk of strong to severe storms. It's actually a very large area of storms from southern Ohio all the way down to the Gulf Coast through Texas, where there is an enhanced risk of storms from the Ohio River through Kentucky, Tennessee, into northern Alabama and Mississippi, back to Louisiana and across much of central Texas. So it's going to be a messy and active situation as far as severe weather, but much of that is going to be south of us. Storms on radar that will begin to develop across Texas up to the Ohio River will create the risk of strong to severe weather well south of us. So what are we going to be expecting for our Friday evening? Still going to be fairly mild if you head out the door this evening. Close to 70 degrees is what we're expecting the daytime high to be. Then we start to turn a little cooler. Initially, tonight, back into the 50s and eventually upper 40s by daybreak Saturday. So here's the clock, 6 a.m. It is the switch in the wind direction. Northeast wind coming off the shores of Lake Erie. The drop temperatures back into the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. So count on it being a damp and much cooler feel to start your Saturday morning. Highs aren't going to move much Saturday afternoon. We're going to head through the mid to upper 50s. And notice this, it's going to be cooler from Toledo east, especially where you're influenced more by that lake breeze. Warmest weather could actually turn out to be southern Michigan and west, where we have a shot of running towards 60 degrees on Saturday afternoon. What are we looking at for your Saturday? A lot of cloud cover, some on and off rain showers, and overall very chilly weather. This is the first weekend in May where average highs get a little bit closer to 70 degrees. We may not make it out of the mid to upper 50s as we go through your Saturday. So how about the mowing forecast? I know it's the time of the year. That lawnmower needs to be out about twice a week, and it's going to be tough to get that mowing in anytime Friday into Saturday with the on and off scattered showers and storms. Rain will persist into Saturday and likely more showers into Sunday. So I will tell you this, if you could catch a dry window Saturday, Sunday, and you need to get that lawnmower out, go ahead and do it, because we may have rain chances that persist through and into early next week. I know I'm feeling it. Maybe you are as well. Those pollen counts very high this week. A lot of it is the tree pollen, the oak trees, the mulberry, the maple trees, they are in full bloom. That puts that tree pollen, even with the rain and the cooler breeze off the Lake Erie shores, still in that moderate to high category. So we are in the peak of the tree pollen season, and many of us are suffering from that. Rest of our Friday, let's highlight the chances of scattered showers and storms. They're going to be greatest east of Toledo as we go through Friday afternoon. We're not anticipating any widespread strong or severe storms, but a few of these storms could bring some brief downpours, some thunder and lightning, and that will likely end as we go into our Friday evening, clear of any of that stormy activity. Most of our area will be dry early this evening into our Friday night. More rain, though, that comes back overnight. Here's the clock stopped 2 a.m. on Saturday. It is likely, especially south and east of Toledo, we get more rain while you sleep tonight, and even lingering into Saturday morning, a few showers that will be possible. Rain will come back Saturday for many areas through Saturday afternoon and evening. Here's the latest data showing steady as that rain again east of I-75 and to the south. Bottom line is, I suspect we're going to have some wet weather to contend with this upcoming weekend. Showers continue into our Saturday evening and even into Sunday. We have wet weather that's still going to be out there. Sort of a bummer of a weekend for the first one in April as more rain chances. Yeah, it's going to persist into Sunday as well. Now, as far as an impact level, these are on and off showers. There will be a few embedded downpours, but I don't have a risk of severe weather at this point. It's just going to be more of a nuisance type of rain. Showers at times on Saturday, upper 50s again on Sunday. A cooler, brisk breeze, additional rain chances Sunday. Going to make for a tough weekend to be outdoors. Now, you may be asking, why all the rain? What is actually going on in the atmosphere? We call this a spring cutoff low. It's an area of low pressure that sort of removes itself or cuts off from the overall jet stream. That results in it just spinning overhead. So an area of low pressure, very persistent, is going to continue to spin into the weekend, and that's going to bring showers, clouds, and even the risk we may get some cold air funnels this weekend. So if you see that, weekend cold air funnels are going to be a possibility. They're very narrow, thin funnels. They rarely reach the ground, and they rarely pose a risk of any severe weather. So we may see that. So if you do catch a cold air funnel, please be sure to let us know. But generally speaking, they're not anything to be alarmed of. They're not like tornadoes that would prompt a tornado warning or a more serious course of action. For Friday, near 70 degrees, isolated showers, couple rumbles of thunder. Still going to be humid through the day, right around 70 degrees through the afternoon. Tonight, mostly cloudy, few showers, especially south and east of the Toledo metro. 48 degrees the overnight low. And it will be a cooler, damp feeling weekend from right around 70 degrees on Friday. Scattered showers and storms could be most likely east of I-75. 59. That's it for Saturday. 50s continue into Sunday. Both weekend days going to carry an equal chance, essentially, of some scattered showers and even a few isolated rumbles of thunder. 60s early next week, Monday into Tuesday. Rain chances going to persist at least through Monday. Could even see a few isolated showers linger into Tuesday. Back into the 70s by the time we reach Wednesday. And we're hopeful that we can turn that corner as we get into Thursday and Friday. More dry weather, with highs back into the 70s. Appreciate you tuning in here for your extended 10-day forecast. Make it a great Friday and a wonderful weekend ahead.